Okay, so today we're going to make a color wheel so that you have one at home that you can look at, you can reference, and that you can just have. So I know you guys like to make things perfect, so you can trace around something that is a circle. Don't make it something too small. The first thing I got was this lid, and that's too small. Make sure it's kind of big on your page. Okay, the next thing about a color wheel is that it is actually a fraction. It's in 6 different parts. So we can then use a ruler to draw our lines on. Now I'm going to just use a piece of paper because I don't have a ruler. So if you want to use a piece of paper, you can fold it, and that will make your paper a little stronger. So you're going to first by just doing one across. Okay, if it's not exactly in the center, that's okay. Then you want the top to be in 3 parts and the bottom to be in 3 parts. So these are a little harder, but you want to just go ahead and draw one. That looks pretty good. And then the next one, you want to make sure it goes right through the center. So even if the size of the space or the triangle is not exactly the same, just make sure it goes through the center and it will look pretty good. So what we are going to do is make a pizza color wheel. So I want you to do this with a pencil first and then trace in marker. And remember, with a pizza, it's not going to be like perfect. It might be a little bit wavy around the edge. So if you don't trace perfectly, that's quite all right. Then I want you to draw your lines, and we will put some toppings on it. So it doesn't matter to me what toppings you have on your pizza. I always like to draw a line around the edge for the crust. And then my favorite thing is pepperoni. So I'm going to put a bunch of different circles. And make sure you do some that are in between the lines, because you know how that is when you have your pizza and there's a little bit of the pepperoni that's on one piece and a little on another. Okay. Then I think I'll put some onions on there. Maybe you like mushrooms. Mushrooms would kind of look like that. And remember, with a pizza, not everything is going the same way, so you can change the direction that your mushrooms are facing. Olives might look like that. So when you start to color, that's when it's important that it's in the right order. The colors of the color wheel are the colors of the rainbow, and they must go in that order. So the first piece on the top, you're going to color with red, then move on to orange, yellow, green, blue, and back to purple. You can, and I would like for you to practice your value, so you don't need to color it all the same shade, just like we've been working on in the other projects. So maybe I want my pepperoni to be dark, but then, for example, this pepperoni here goes on to the other piece, the next piece, so that would need to change to orange then. Okay? So, take your time coloring it, make it look nice. Don't just scribble all over the whole thing and make it one shade. We've been working really hard on doing different values, so do try to do some very light, some medium, and some things very dark. Okay, I'm going to keep coloring, and I will show you when I'm finished. So here you have my finished one. I took my time. I used different values, which means I shaded, went from dark to light within each piece, and it turned out really, really nice. Finally, I signed it in the corner like an artist. I can't wait to see yours.